Welcome back. Let's go to Mesa Alajami now for your weather forecast.
Dig out your mittens, winter coats, and scarves to keep you warm during these long, cold days. Here's your 5-day weather forecast. Today it will be partly cloudy with chilly winds. We'll have a high of 7 and a low of 2. Tomorrow will be cloudy with sunny periods. We'll have a high of 9 and a low of 6. Sunday will be cloudy with a 60% chance of showers. We'll have a high of 10 and a low of 2. The rain will continue on Monday. We'll have a high of 14 and a low of 10. It will also be raining on Tuesday, where we'll have a high of 11 and a low of 10. The only break we'll get from the rain is on Wednesday, because it will continue for the rest of next week. Now back to you in the studio.
Thanks, Mesa. Here's what's making news in Canada and around the world. A homicide inquiry has now been opened by Mexican authorities while investigators try to determine the cause of last week's blast. If they find the explosion was caused by faulty construction, owners of the Grand Riviera Princess Resort may face criminal charges. Investigators have suggested a broken sewer line may have played a part. The blast injured 17 people and killing 7, which included 5 Canadians.
27 people are missing after a gas explosion ripped through one of New Zealand's largest coal mines early Friday. Officials say 5 miners managed to escape to the surface near the town of Greymouth. Police say the electricity went out in the mine just prior to the blast. That may have affected the mine's ventilation system, causing a gas buildup underground. Teams are preparing a rescue mission, but the mayor of Greymouth says it could be days before the mine is safe enough to enter.
Back in Canada, the military has seized and burned the uniform of convicted serial killer Russell Williams. With the permission of the Canadian Armed Forces, 4 military officials and 2 police officers entered Williams' cottage in Tweed to retrieve his military kit. Standard procedure requires anyone who leaves the Army to give back their military kit, but his clothes were immediately burned the same day. Officials say they didn't want anyone else wearing them. The military also crushed the SUV Williams used to kidnap Jessica Lloyd.
A 14-year-old British Columbia girl is charged with prostitution and is accused of recruiting other young girls in the classified website Craigslist. Police say the girls claimed to be 18 years of age when she posted the ad online. A 51-year-old Chilliwack man is also being charged with sexual assault in relation to the case. Federal Justice Minister Rob Nicholson has appealed to Craigslist officials to remove ads from sex services from the site. Several provinces have been urging Craigslist to ban erotic ads for some time due to concerns about human trafficking and other illegal acts.
On a lighter note, 9-year-old Joseph Donato of Pickering made his way to the Guinness Book of Records thanks to a giant maple leaf. The leaf measures in at 13 inches wide and 15 inches long, including the stem. The Guinness Book is adding an entirely new category for the leaf, making it the first record of its kind. The 9-year-old says he found the leaf last month when strolling through a nearby park. Though the leaf won't last forever, Joseph, or the world for that matter, won't be forgetting it anytime soon.
And now with the latest in the world of sports, here's Christina Russo.
Hello, I'm Christina Russo, and here's what's making news in sports. Both of Humber's basketball teams were victorious yesterday as they traveled to Mohawk College to take on the Mountaineers. The men kept their winning streak alive as they pulled a slight victory over Mohawk 74-68. The women won 75-51, improving to 2-2 on the season. Both teams will have a week off before taking on Fanshawe College at home next Thursday. And the Toronto Maple Leafs won their second game in a row, 3-1 against the Devils last night. After a scoreless first period, Mikhail Grabowski capitalized on the power play to start the second. Phil Kessel put the Buds up 2-0 before Dinas Zubris replied for the Devils. And New Jersey goaltender Marty Brodeur didn't return for the third period after a collision with Leafs forward Mike Brown. Chris Versteeg scored the lone third period goal, sealing the win for Toronto. And the Leafs will travel to Montreal for a date with their rival Canadiens tomorrow night. In keeping with the Montreal theme, the surprising Toronto Argonauts will take on the Montreal Alouettes in the Eastern Finals on Sunday. The Argos are coming off a huge 16-13 win over the Hamilton Tiger Cats in the semifinals. The Owls, on the other hand, have had almost 2 weeks off to prepare for the big game. And you can tell it's playoffs as both teams have been practicing their trash talking. Owls linebacker Diamond Ferry says Argos quarterback Cleo Lemon will be shark bait. Toronto running back Corey Boyd says if they want to get to Lemon, they'll have to go through him first. The teams say the teams may have split the season series, but in the playoffs, it could be anyone's game. And the Toronto Raptors are back in action tonight, playing host to Yao Ming and the Houston Rockets. The Raps are coming off a road win against the Philadelphia 76ers on Wednesday, while the Rockets are looking to improve on what was their worst showing since April 4th. They lost 116-99 to Oklahoma City on Wednesday. Tip-off tonight is at 7 p.m. at the Air Canada Centre. And Calgary Flames forward Olli Jokinen has been handed a 3-game suspension for his cross-check on Coyotes forward Wojtek Wolski. News of the suspension came as a surprise to Jokinen, who says there was an understanding from the NHL that he had no intent to injure Wolski. And the suspension will sideline Jokinen until November 24th. And that's all for sports. Now back to Tom and Amy in the studio.
Thanks, Christina. After the break, Maddie Jo Tillapa will have all the latest in entertainment.
Jersey Shore may be getting sued, and a former bare-naked lady cancels his Canadian tour. All that and lots more after the break.